What up? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today here we are with the coolest white guy I know, Jerry. First things first, we are gonna cheers because it is another beautiful day here in dirty Jersey. Blue skies, clear skies. So today we've been chopping it up here for the past maybe an hour or so. And we went from discussion to discussion to discussion. We had planned to do a video on something else, on two different other things, but we started talking about baggers, and here we are. All right, so obviously for the last 10, 15, what was the last time? How long have baggers been looking the way they have?
Well, they could say from like
Mount Rushmore was the big.
That was
change.
2014. Was was with the ergonomics, the vent, the radio, the GPS, all that.
The small stuff.
The small stuff.
But
the frame, 2009.
All right, so you're talking about
11 years.
11 years. 11 years since a big drastic change. I think it's about time. I think it's about time that Harley Davidson should maybe switch things up. So he brought up a nice little topic. So it was like, we were looking at my back right here, as you can see in the back, my beautiful 2020 Little Rider S. And we're talking about the monoshock, right? So obviously before this, it was the Dyna. The Dyna had the both exposed shocks on the side. And the new Softails, obviously, they have the monoshock. So why can't we have a bagger with a monoshock? With better suspension? Well, different look, different aspect on everything. Like, what do you think about that?
Like Indian.
Like Indian.
Indian Challenger, inverted front fork, monoshock. You know, rider modes.
What type of rider modes though? Like, all right, so
like sport, touring. You know, you go like.
So you would ride a sport mode on a bagger?
Hell yeah. I want a performance bagger. Yeah, I want a performance bagger.
I mean, I'm asking because I wanted your opinion, but me, like, if I ever get a bagger, like, it would be some type of performance bagger as well. So yeah, I think a sport mode would be ideal. Like a slick mode, like a wet mode.
Yeah, rain
mode. That would be super ideal.
Cuts all, you know, your traction control, cuts your power down so you're not sliding all over the place. The sport mode, like I rode the Indian Challenger, I rode the Indian Chieftain. I don't know if you rode which Indians you rode when we did the Indian demos.
I did the Chieftain.
Did you put it in sport mode? I
didn't put it on sport mode. I should have, but I was online to do the Challenger, and it was gonna wait like 3 hours, so I just
I waited like 6 hours, 7 hours. It was.
Was it worth it?
I think so. I sure do. I mean, there's some issues with the Challenger. It's not perfect.
It has a lot of electrical issues.
Yeah, it has a lot of electrical problems. There was like I don't like the way the engine sounds. It's got like a clankety clank sound, which bothers the hell out of me. But I think with an exhaust or a different tune, I mean, it was choked out from the factory.
I'm pretty sure after you change exhaust and do everything else, so you get it's like this bike. When you get a brand new, it sounds like a Jetsons car.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like a Harley.
Exactly. So. See, the Indian, like I said, there's certain things I like. I like the up and down windshield instead of buying multiple windshields.
So that was gonna be my next thing, because I know you bought the monoshock, and my big ordeal thing. How is that Indian is able to do this and Harley Davidson didn't come up with this? Like, this is where I think we got to sit down. Let's go back to the drawing boards. Let's put on our thinking caps on, and something as simple as that, as the windscreen, an adjustable windscreen where you can just put it up or down whenever you want.
Honda has it.
It's so dope, and it's such a big improvement, because when I got on that bike and I got on the highway and I put that screen up,
I was wearing a half helmet. The whole test drive, nothing.
No buffeting whatsoever. Like it felt really cool. Like it was.
And I wear a full face helmet on my bagger now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. I put a half helmet on. We were riding around town. I had it nice and low. We get on the highway. Everybody took off. We're doing like freaking 90 miles an hour. I put the windshield up. Nothing. Yeah. You know, their finish is not as good as Harley. So I mean, Harley wins. They were fit and finish.
I mean, Harley, when it comes to finish pins, like paint, when it comes to paint jobs,
oh my God,
Harley Davidson's king on paint jobs. Like, we can all agree on that.
Yeah, their paint is fantastic, and it lasts. There's some things the Indian I didn't like, and some things about the Harley. Like I said, Harley, I love Harley, but we have to do other things, like the windscreen, rider modes,
I got one for you.
Economy.
I got one for you. Liners for the bags.
Well, if you buy an Ultra, you get liners for the bags.
If you buy an Ultra, how much is an Ultra?
30.
Okay, well, that's a lot of money. It was a big group ride that we took.
Oh yeah, when I was putting all the drinks in my he put water in his.
Yeah. So
ice.
He brought a little cooler full of ice, and he put it in there.
Yeah.
We went to Poconos. Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
And I had put another drink outside of the cooler in the bag, and that thing was like steaming hot.
Because the exhaust is right there.
The exhaust is right there, but you know, dude, just a simple thing like that, putting a liner inside the bags goes a long way.
Yeah. Stuff
like that. So you know, maybe I don't know, and even just the fairing, I'm a huge fan of the Road Glide with the shark nose fairing, and then the Street Glide, which obviously looks really slick. But I think it's about time to. I'm not saying switch the whole thing completely, because those fairings are very noticeable, and it's just when you think about a Harley bagger, like you think about those right there.
Yeah.
But maybe adding something different to them, changes the line a little,
Well, that's what Indian basically did. They took.
There's like mosquitoes in there.
Yeah. The Indian took the Chieftain, and it had that distinctive locomotive looking front end with the metal, and it had the fog lights, the passing lamps inside the fairing.
Talking about the Challenger?
No, the Chieftain.
Oh, the Chieftain.
And then they changed it to look more like a Street Glide fairing.
Yeah.
With the vent, and they took away the lights, and they took away the metal.
I like the fairing on the Chieftain.
Yeah, I think the old style one, the one with the metal, right?
I like the new one.
Or the new one too. Yeah, they're both nice.
I think the Chieftain is a really, really cool bike.
Yes.
It's a really cool bike.
But it's it's the 111. Then they went to the 116. It's still an air-cooled motor. The 116 is a big difference from the 111. That's for sure.
I mean, some people still prefer air-cooled motors.
I mean, if Harley switched to liquid-cooled, most of the people probably have a stroke. But I don't care. I've been riding Harleys for 32 years, and I've had liquid-cooled bikes. I've had regular bikes, and to me, like I have my Street Glide. I'll never sell it. That's air-cooled motor. So now I buy something else. Maybe I want a liquid-cooled motor.
Yeah.
The heat is a problem in the summer. That's why I don't ride when it's 100 degrees out.
Big time. Especially when you mod it out. So like on this TBR, and TBRs are beautiful, but anybody getting a TBR, just expect your legs and your balls to be on fire.
That's why I have the heat shields on my bike.
On fire. Yeah.
You just rode it. It was hot, right?
It was alright.
It was alright. Well, today's a little cooler.
Yeah, it's cooler though. But a 90 degree day or a long ride, it's I forgot about it. So what else would you like to see different on a bagger? We spoke about this windscreen, maybe a monoshock.
Suspension is huge. Suspension.
The whole monoshock, yeah.
Yeah, I mean even just their normal suspension is horrible.
Yeah.
You spend $30,000 on a bagger. I want to do it, and we have two other friends who already did it. Legend suspension, front and rear.
I think they should come with adjustable suspensions, and I'm not talking about adjustable when you got a monoshock where you're able to stiffen it. I'm not talking about stiffening it up. I'm talking about you being able to adjust it
like a sport bike.
Like a sport bike. You adjust your suspension. You dampen it and everything, and obviously,
rebound,
like that should be something to look into it. I mean, we're talking about stuff like this, and obviously this stuff costs money. So, I mean, yes, we're on one hand, we're saying, yeah, they're too expensive. And another thing, we're asking for a lot more. But there needs to be some type of balance. And now, in the day and age when you look at the competition, and the competition has so much technology and different stuff like that, it's like, all right, well, we're actually behind. So let's try to upgrade things differently and suit the bike up for what today's rider wants, not what yesterday's rider wanted.
Exactly.
Or what's comfortable with,
Or what's easy. They have the technology. We've seen it with the Live Wire. We've seen it with, other liquid cooled bikes. They want to come out with the Bronx, the Pan America. Hopefully those bikes will, materialize in 2021. But they have the suspensions. They could do a better suspension. But they can do it. The Challenger has an inverted front fork. So why can't a Road Glide have an inverted front fork from the factory? How much more does it cost over the other one?
Well, it's been 11 years, like we said. So 2021 is literally right around the corner.
Yes.
We are expecting new bikes. We are still expecting the Bronx. We are still expecting the ADV bike and
Pan America,
the Pan America, and that's basically it. The custom, we still don't know, but the other bikes, I think we are gonna get them. Will they make big drastic changes coming this year for the baggers? Probably not. But maybe in the next year or two to come, I think maybe that's where they gotta focus on. Especially now since the new big idea for them from the corporate is to, hey, you know what? Let's focus on the more expensive bikes.
Yes.
Let's focus on the CVOs. Let's focus on the baggers. So obviously, I think now is the time to literally sit down. If that's the route that the company wants to take, then take it the right way and make the proper changes to not let your customers leave and buy the competition. You know?
Exactly.
Because I mean, a lot of people, not for nothing, but a lot of people are. No, I'm not gonna say a lot, but
a lot more than they were buying Indian.
I have seen a lot more people riding Indians around.
Yes.
More chieftains, and I have seen a handful of challengers around.
And the Scout is direct competition with the Sportster.
Yeah, we don't talk about Scout today.
Yeah, I know.
Scout, we'll leave that for another day. Yeah. Scout with the sucky ass suspension. Talking about suspension, that's the most.
It's not that much better. The Sportster's not much better.
No. Honestly, my Iron 883 had a better suspension than the Scout did.
Really?
I swear to God.
Really?
I swear, man. I got on that Scout and I went for the little demo ride.
I haven't been on a Sportster in probably 19 years.
Dude, it's better than the Scout. Like that's how bad the Scout was. Like it was horrible, man.
Really?
Horrible.
Because I rode a Scout when they first came out, and I didn't think. I mean, you know, it was lacking. But it was kind of quick, like a V-Rod, so it wasn't that bad. Mm. But then I haven't ridden a Sportster in probably 19 years. You
know what? I think we should do that one of these days. Would you guys like to see Jerry ride a Sportster?
Oh yeah, that should be fun. With the mid controls, it'd be like this.
We'll put you on a 1200. You know, not an 883. No, not a 48. We could put you on an Iron 1200.
Iron 1200, yeah. I always liked that bike.
Yeah. Maybe you could take the Iron 1200 out. I could take the 48 out, or you know what? Just for heavenly's sake, I'll take the 883 out and give you guys a preview of what you used to look at before, and give you some nice nostalgic feelings. You know, we could do that.
Yeah, we could do a 1200 comparison.
If you want to see Jerry on a Sportster 1200, give this video a thumbs up right now. Okay, so we talk about all the little things that they should do to the bagger. The main thing that we didn't mention yet. Obviously, and the new baggers need to come with the 131. Yes or yes?
Well, you can make an S model with like a 131 or whatever. Like, what happened was in
and I'm not talking about CVO, because obviously CVO will get it.
No, well, CVO should be 131 coming out this year. Maybe you do the 117 or whatever, like bump up the motor.
131, I think. CVO, obviously, yes. And then on a special.
I mean, a special should have an S motor. Like, this should have been a 117.
That should have been 117. And that's one of the things that I don't like about my Lowrider S, which is another video coming soon. Top 3 things I don't like about my Lowrider S.
3? There's only 3? That's pretty good.
There's only 3. Okay. I honestly, I wanted to do the top 5 because everybody does top 5s. Honestly, there's only 3 things I don't like about it.
That's great if there's only 3 things you don't like about it.
Pretty much. That's about it. But yeah, 131, obviously, this year I think is going to be definitely on the baggers coming up for 2021. CVO, we got to see exactly what they're going to do with it and how they're going to come out with that. I can't wait to see it. You know? I can't wait to get on that bike and feel that type of power. I mean, even when I took the CVO on the test ride, that thing is a hell of a machine. A hell of a machine.
It's pretty good stock, but I think my 114 Stage 4's got more.
This is coming from a guy who has a Stage 4, so he's like, yeah, whatever.
I think my Stage 4 is quicker, the 114.
True.
Pushing more horsepower. But then again, you could bump the 117, but now you can bump the 117 to 131. Like, if I would have known I could bump my bike to 128, I would have done it. Mm-hmm. But for me to go from 114 Stage 4 to 128, I'm actually losing a couple horsepower and gaining like 15 pounds of torque. So for the dollar difference is $6,000 or whatever it is, it's not worth it.
Right.
I'm not going to gain. I'd be better off getting another bike. But if I got another bike, like we've been talking about, Lowrider S, they don't have the kits out for it.
Or you got a Lowrider S, guys.
Or Road King. The Road King I can do a 131 too.
Imagine we had 2 Road Kings. You get the special. I'll get the standard. I want the standard. I want the chrome actually.
I kind of like the chrome too, but the chrome you only could do a 128 to that versus the 131. But I don't think there's that much of a difference depending on. Obviously, I'd do a 2-1 exhaust. Okay. You said you would do ape hangers. I would do T-bars.
Yeah.
So it would be different. So it's not that same bike.
Exactly.
So maybe Headless would be a little jealous because I'd do it probably like he was going to do it.
Headless, where's your Road King at?
Yeah. Hugo's got one. Jerry might get one soon.
And I might get one too. So
Headless, you better move it.
Wheels, I'm actually a big fan of. I love the new wheels.
You pointed out those wheels. I really do like those wheels. The wheels I did not like were the ones on the, what was it, the CBO?
The ones that are, yeah.
They look like girders.
Yeah.
But the wheels you pointed out in the special were sweet.
Yeah, the wheels that the special comes with are beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We'll take pictures this weekend
out.
again of the wheels.
Pretty cool. I'll post a picture right here. I'll show you guys right now. I think those are the little things I think, would make a big difference and would attract.
Well, yeah, like you said, even if you wanted to raise the price a little bit, not that the price is high already, but obviously things come with a cost. But at least you can justify. I got a 2018. Yeah, the 2019 has a little bit better stereo, better GPS or whatever. I already have the 114 because I did the motor work. Now, what's going to make me buy a 2021? Like, what are you going to do for me to get me to go into a 2021?
And there's all the little changes we just spoke about.
That would get me into a 2021.
There you go, Harley.
And hopefully with a lower APR too.
Lower APR, different changes, and new customers. That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I am with the coolest white guy I know, Jerry. That's gonna be it, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. What are some changes that you would like to see on future baggers? And do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Do you think they should just continue with the same exact looking baggers, or should they just switch it up? I mean, Jeep's been doing Wranglers, almost the same thing for like 100 fucking years, so they're still profitable. So if Harley does the same thing, who knows? Drop a comments down below. Let us know what you think. Like always,
ride safe and enjoy the ride.
And enjoy the ride, baby. Peace.